Rejection is one of life's most universal experiences. Whether it's a job you desperately wanted, a relationship you hoped would work out, or a dream project that didn't get the green light, hearing no can feel like a punch to the gut. It's natural to feel disappointment, shame, or even embarrassment in the aftermath. But what if, instead of seeing rejection as a dead end, you could view it as a detour, a redirection towards something better, something more aligned with your true path? Why rejection hurts and why it doesn't have to define you. When we're rejected, our brains process it much like physical pain. That's why it stings so deeply and can trigger feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. Studies show that people who struggle to find the positive side of rejection are more likely to experience negative mental health symptoms, including shame and a diminished sense of self-worth. But the key to resilience lies in our response. Do we internalize rejection as a personal failure, or do we use it as feedback and fuel for growth? Rejection as feedback, not judgment. One powerful shift is to see rejection not as a final judgment on your worth, but as feedback. It's someone's opinion, a reflection of timing or fit, not an indictment of your abilities or potential. When you stop internalizing rejection, it becomes less daunting. You can start to ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve or pivot? This mindset transforms rejection from something that stops you into something that propels you forward. Letting yourself feel and then letting go. It's important not to skip the emotional step. Allow yourself to feel the disappointment, frustration, or sadness that comes with rejection. Suppressing these emotions only makes them stronger. But once you've acknowledged them, practice letting go. Don't let a single no become the narrative of your life. Remember, you are not your setbacks. Reflection, the hidden gift in every no. Often, rejection is a catalyst for reflection. It forces us to pause and ask tough questions. Was this opportunity truly right for me? Is there something I can do differently next time? Sometimes, what feels like a loss in the moment is actually clearing the way for a better fit or a new direction you hadn't considered. Rejection as redirection, real stories and mindset shifts. Many successful people credit their biggest breakthroughs to moments of rejection. For instance, one scientist shared how being rejected from a dream research program felt like the end of the road until it nudged her toward a different field where she ultimately found her passion and success. In careers, relationships, and even health, rejection often opens doors we never knew existed. Practical strategies, turning setbacks into setups. So how do you actually turn rejection into redirection? Break down the experience, analyze what happened. Was it about timing, fit, or something you could improve? Use this information to refine your approach. Seek feedback. When possible, ask for constructive feedback. This isn't about seeking validation, but about gathering data to help you grow. Stay open to new paths. Sometimes the right opportunity doesn't look like you expected. Be willing to pivot and explore alternatives, even those that weren't on your radar before. Channel your energy. Use the sting of rejection as motivation. Set new goals, sharpen your skills, and come back stronger. Many people find that rejection fuels their determination to succeed. Reconnect with your why. Remind yourself of your core values and long-term vision. Rejection is often a sign that you're being nudged closer to what truly matters to you. Don't take it personally, letting go of internalization. It's easy to let rejection chip away at your confidence, especially if you take it as a personal verdict. But often, rejection is about the situation, not you. In business, a client's no might simply mean it's not the right time. In relationships, it might be about compatibility, not your worth. Letting go of internalization frees you to move forward without bitterness or self-doubt. Self-love and advocacy. Be your own champion. One of the most important lessons in dealing with rejection is to never abandon yourself. Even when others say no, you must continue to say yes to yourself. Practice self-love not just through affirmations or self-care, but by being your own advocate, forgiving yourself for mistakes, and believing in your potential, regardless of setbacks. Rejection in the age of ghosting and silence. Sometimes, rejection isn't even direct, it comes in the form of ghosting or silence. Remember, this says more about the other person's communication skills than about your value. Don't let someone else's inability to communicate define your self-worth. Speak your truth, seek closure where you can, and move on with your head held high. Building mental adaptability, mindfulness and growth. Turning rejection into redirection is about building mental adaptability. Bring mindfulness to your experience, notice your thoughts, feelings, and reactions without judgment. Use creative problem solving to find new paths forward. The more you practice this, the more resilient and optimistic you become, even in the face of setbacks. From setback to strategy, career and personal growth. In your career, don't let one rejection define your trajectory. Follow up with grace, ask for feedback, and use the experience to refine your strategy. Stay connected to your network, invest in skill development, and remember that one no is not the end of your story, it's a redirection to something better. Rejection is not the end, it's a new beginning. Every no is a step closer to the right yes. Rejection is not a verdict on your future, it's a redirection toward growth, clarity, and new possibilities. The most successful people aren't those who never fail, they're the ones who use every setback as a setup for a comeback. Your story isn't over. If you're facing rejection right now, take heart. This moment is not the end of your story, it's the start of a new chapter. Pause, reflect, and then move forward with confidence. Share in the comments how you've turned rejection into redirection in your own life, and let's inspire each other to see every setback as a setup for something greater. Remember, what's meant for you will find you. Trust the process, stay open, and let rejection guide you to where you truly belong.